and welcome in to be our guest. And folks, I am so excited because we have with us Dr. Lee Watkins, G. Lee,
Right.
as you normally are known. And he is an ENT, that's ear, nose, and throat. And as you all know, and we all complain about, a shortage of doctors. Well, we are so blessed that he has decided to come to Montgomery and have a practice here. And thank you. Thank you for coming to Montgomery and the surrounding areas, because you don't just cover Montgomery.
Correct.
The need is massive. So let's find out a little bit about you. You came from Shreveport?
Shreveport for the past 10 years.
Okay.
And before that, I was in Georgia or Florida or North Carolina once I finished my experience with the Navy.
So what made you decide to come to Montgomery?
It's the community that we were looking for. Not too large scale, not too small scale, but right in the middle, you know, the Goldilocks kind of community.
The sweet spot.
Sweet spot. And there was a need, as you were saying. There was a need for the expertise.
Let me ask you this. Let's talk about when do I need an ENT? I need to know that. I also want to know, do I have to have a referral to come to you?
That depends on the particular insurance. Some insurance companies require a referral from your primary care doctor, and other insurances let the people self-refer to whomever they think whose services they need.
Blue Cross is probably the most prevalent here, and I'm not sure how that works with them.
Yeah, by and large, they don't require a referral from the primary care.
For the most part, okay.
It helps facilitate the communication backwards and forwards between the physicians, but no, the referral is usually not required for Blue Cross.
Well, your family physician should be, I'm sure they're all aware and just as thrilled as I am that you're here. So let me get you to tell us, what are some of the things that would bring me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist?
Well, we see people from infanthood all the way up to adulthood and geriatrics and everywhere in between. So the simplest things are like ear tubes for kids with the recurring infections, hearing loss in any age group, dizziness, again in any age group, assessment for hearing aids, diseases of the ears, wax impactions, simple thing, but often requires our expertise to get the ear canals clean. Anything nasal, deviated septums, difficulty breathing through the nose, allergies, sinus infections, recurring sinus infections, or just that mid-facial pressure and pain that you have from time to time. In the oral cavity, any lesions on the tongue, ulcerations, tumors in the roof of the mouth, on the cheeks. The tonsils in children and adults also. Adults have tonsillectomies as well.
True, and adenoids, so all those.
And adenoids. And anything in the neck that doesn't involve the spinal cord itself or the spinal column. We do the thyroid surgeries, parathyroid surgeries, the salivary glands, voice box, windpipe. It's all in our venue.
That's very interesting, but that's a very common thing, problems with your thyroid. And, you know, all of a sudden, like for me, I felt there was just this lump in my throat that you could see that I knew didn't belong there.
Right.
And thank God for my ENT. Then I wound up having my thyroid removed, but was blessed that it was not cancerous. But if you have, what would I be looking for, let's say if we did have a thyroid problem?
Well, certainly if there was a noticeable lump that wasn't there before, or a small lump that was continuing to grow, that would be one solid indicator that you might need our expertise. The other issues with the thyroid is purely a metabolic issue that doesn't involve a surgical intervention, and that would go to the endocrinologist or your regular primary care if you were just high thyroid or low thyroid. But if there's any concern about a mass effect or just general increase in size of a otherwise normal thyroid gland called a goiter, and it takes up space in your neck and starts to cause any breathing difficulties or trouble swallowing or concerns in that area, it would merit a look at with an ultrasound of the thyroid, non-invasive test, just bounces sound waves off the thyroid gland and gives us very good architecture of how the thyroid gland is built and what problems might exist there.
Wow, medicine has come a long way. It is so much better. There's so much access to diagnostics that we didn't have a long time ago. And let me ask you this, where are you located? And are you in practice with somebody else?
Yes,
or?
I'm in practice with Dr. Kang Nguyen,
Okay.
who has been here for the past couple of months. And we're a new department in the Baptist South
Okay.
Health
Wonderful.
Care.
Okay.
And we're on the 9th floor of the Morrow Tower there on the Baptist First campus.
Right. That's a beautiful location, and it's very accessible too, believe it or not. So that everything that Baptist does is wonderful, and they are so great about taking care of their physicians and taking care of their patients. You know, you want to go and you want to know that the people that are working with you and on you are highly qualified, and your credentials are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Dr. Watkins, it is a joy to have you. And folks, how would somebody find you? Are you just?
Well, they could call Baptist Hospital
Okay.
and ask for the Ears, Nose, and Throat Department.
Okay.
We will be on the internet also. I haven't
Okay.
seen to see if our webpage is updated yet that's got me in it. But Watkins, Watkins, the ENT doctor.
And I love, folks, I can tell, you know, I preach all the time, we need two things, compassion and competence. And sir, you've got them both.
Well, thank you very much.
Welcome to Montgomery. And thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be right back.